Let's take a practical example. If I haven't convinced you by now that this is important, let's talk numbers. Numbers, engineers like numbers. So Nathan Curtis is a very prominent person within the design systems field. He has an excellent culmination of blogs over on Medium. And he wrote a post called "You Thought Buttons Were Easy." So I want to share some of the sentiments with you today. We all know what a button is. It seems really easy to build, probably the simplest. But we have to worry about padding, margin, border radius, background color, font size, font family, color, all these things, right? And that's a lot. And buttons are one of the most frequently used components throughout your user interfaces. But we're not just done once we examine background color and padding and all those things. We have to worry about the different states of the button. So we have to worry about hover, focus, active, disabled states. And typically you're not just going to have one button in your user interface, you're going to have multiple. So we need a secondary and a tertiary button for all of those states. And of course, icon buttons. You're going to have buttons with just icons, which aren't great for accessibility. We'll talk about that. And you might have buttons with a label, but you're going to have primary, secondary, and tertiary buttons with an icon. So that's a lot. And we have different sizes for different resolutions. So we're going to have small buttons and big buttons. And then maybe status buttons, right? If you're going to ask a user to delete their account, maybe you might want to use an error or a warning button. That's a lot. So if we add up all these different buttons, that's about 14 different button combinations approximately, if my math is correct. And if we have 5 different states like hover, focus, disabled, and 2 different sizes, that's about 140 button combinations per theme. Like this is just for one theme. Imagine if we had 3 themes, like high contrast mode or dark theme.